It's on. On.
He's coming.
Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Shute Devi Sarvamami Kajipri Bhaktya Vijnāna Paparadulakoi Kirtasya Kamati Tarungamat Vipamito Sarunam Prapat Vrinde Namaste Sadanāvati Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauri Bhakti Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare। आज एक विशेष भगवान श्री कृष्ण का शारदीय रासकथा ऐसा तो वर्णन है शारदीय शारदीय रसे द्वितीय जो हमारा परम गुरु जी जिन्होंने प्रचार नहीं करके सिर्फ हरिनाम करेंगे उनका आदेश दिया। ठाकुर भक्ति विनोद उनका गुरुदेव पंचतत्व महाप्रभु ये जो प्रचार करो तो उन्होंने बोला हमारे पास धन भी नहीं ज्ञान भी नहीं हम लोग इसलिए उनका पास आया था महाप्रभु का प्रेरित साधारण व्यक्ति महाप्रभु का प्रेरित उनमें से एक हमारा शिक्षा हमारा गुरुदेव का ज्येष्ठ गुरु था श्रीमान भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी जैसा शरीर के आघात करने जाए तो हाथ ऑटोमेटिक सामने आ गया। जिसमें भी जब श्री नवद्वीप धाम परिक्रमा पुनः प्रवर्तन किया पहले जीव गोस्वामी सबको बनाया था बाद में रूपात शुरू किया नवद्वीप धाम परिक्रमा उस वक्त नवद्वीप तेज रूड़ा साहब मां के स्वागत किया पूरा मंगला तब हाथी जो था देवी का ऊपर महाप्रभु विग्रह था कोई महाप्रभु बड़ा मुश्किल से उनको रखा किया ये पगला होके पागेगा अब महाप्रभु विग्रह ऊपर उससे क्या होगा ना कई केशव गोस्वामी महाराज विनोद बिहारी उन्होंने एक बुद्धि का घर में प्रभुपाद का रखा, और उनका पोशाक उन्होंने किया। यदि कुछ हानि पड़े तो हमारा ऊपर। परमानंद प्रभु गामछा पहन के फूका आग में लेकर खाना में खबर, नहीं तो ये गौरी मत, और गौरी मत तो तमाकू सेवन का विरुद्ध है। किसी ने कोई डाउट किया, ये खाना में जा रहा, गामछा पहना, हाथ में कोई हुक्का लेके खबर, साथ पुलिस आ गई। जब आ गया तब प्रभुपाद को पूछा, ये किसको आपको डाउट है? उन्होंने उत्तर दिया, किसी का प्रति हमारा डाउट नहीं। क्या शिक्षा दिया? तत्तेन कंपा, ये शिक्षा दिया। प्रभुपाद क्या उत्तर दिया? ये लोग उनको बोला, सेवकों को बोला, ये तो हमारा लाखों रुपया का काम कर दिया। गौरी मठ का प्रचार फर्स्ट पेज में आ गया, आनंद बाजार में। ये नवोदिन में अभी भी जोगाड़ी बंधाई वर्तमान और नित्यानंद का प्रेमदान लीला ऐसा फर्स्ट पेज में वो दे दिया और और इसमें दिया। तो इसका मतलब क्या है? जैसे शरीर के आघात को निकल जाए तो हाथ उसको रुकेगा, क्योंकि ये अंग फिर पार्षद नहीं, ये अंग बोले तो ज्यादा महिमा प्रभुपाद का ऐसा अंग, ऐसा प्रचार। ये भी देखा जब ये हुआ में बागीचा बिक्री परिवहन था, तब उनका विरुद्ध में इंजंक्शन करने के लिए अग्रसर हुआ। नाम किसको दिया? हमारा आश्रम नाम था कृष्ण प्रसाद ब्रह्मचारी और खपनो दोनों को नाम, क्योंकि आधुनिक प्रतिष्ठा में सब कष्ट, तो उन्होंने उसमें सक्सेसफुल हुआ। मैं तो पहले भय करता था और रोज जाता था कोई मामला का तगड़ी करने के लिए, इसीलिए इस वक्त नहीं जाता। तो महाराज आप लोग तो उत्तम लेके किया तो मंजूर हुआ नहीं। तो उन्होंने एक उत्तर दिया बड़ा जबरदस्त, हमारा बोलो जीत के खाना, बोले हमारा दिमाग में आ गया, मेरा समझ का बाहर, तो बाहर है खोल के बताना पड़ेगा। कोई इंजेक्शन हमारा मंजूर हुआ नहीं। इंजेक्शन कितना रुपये दे रहे, अरे जो कोर्ट में रिटेंड ले दिया या हमको बिक्री किया करने की इच्छा नहीं, भविष्य में भी बिक्री करेगी, तो इसमें इसका सर्टिफिकेट कॉपी रख देंगे। देखने में ऐसा, लेकिन इतना तेज काम करने समाधि को लोग देगा नहीं। और एक साल पुलिस कर दिया पूरा मुखिया महाराज महानंद प्रभु प्रेस चला करके पर्चा दिया, वो रुद्र बड़ा मुखिया के पूरा वहां पावन को बोला इसको खरीद कर, तो वो भी हमारा आगे, तो वो लोग उसमें झगड़ा किया तो वो केस में उनका जेल हुआ। तो प्रभुपाद महापुरुष का चरित्र समझना बड़ा कठिन। उन्होंने क्या किया कि आप लोग इनमें जेल में दे दिया, मठ से खर्चा देकर उनको हाईकोर्ट में ले दिया, गौरी मठ उसमें कोई तब उनका छुटकारा इसलिए लोग को डरता हाथ में सीख उसी कोई हिस्ट्री वाला वो उन्होंने जाने से वो आ जाएगा क्या वो हमारा हिस्ट्री का कभी नहीं उन्होंने जीत के पहले किया जेब में जो दे मोटी बस के तो इसलिए कोई दिनों बाबू होता तो उन्होंने हमारा किस्ती ऐसा कर ऐसा देखने से आ जाएगा। इसमें माफी और क्या कोई जो गोत्रों उन्होंने उसको दे गोत्रों रूपात से भी इंगित किया ये हम लोग ले नहीं सकते तब उनको ठीक करते इसलिए कुछ हिस्सा उनका भाई को बोला ठाकुर बोला मठ मंदिर नहीं करना इसमें मामला मुकदमा होगा मठ मंदिर किया इसका मतलब उन्होंने भक्ति ठाकुर का विरुद्धाचरण किया ये समझेगा जो कानून से एक झगड़ाझाटी होगा तो उन्होंने उसको बोला ये झगड़ाझाटी हो तो इतना आदमी का देश में यदि 10-20 जन भगवत भक्त बने तो हमारा जो मिशन है सक्सेसफुल फिर वही भक्ति उसका तारीफ किया हुआ रहा ऐसे परिक्रमा शुरू किया था 5,000 यात्री 108 मृदंग ऐसा लेके हाथी का ऊपर महाप्रभु का विग्रह एक लॉस में शिक्षा हाथी का ऊपर कौन चढ़ेगा तभी सुन माना उन्होंने उठा तब प्रभुपाद एक बात बोला पीछे ना अधिवेदमान विषय करो पुनरुक्ति एक अभिमोक्ष ऐसा हर एक बातों में और एक बात बोलते थे इतना कि 100 कर सकता है बोले एक भी नहीं और यदि बांध के पिटाई किया जाए जब तक जीवन रहेगा तब तक बड़ा सब लिखता था उसमें आया जब पर्यटक महाराज नाम था बाद में उसका बाद सन्यास का बाद और देखा मैंने तब दो ही और तब विशेष वैशिष्ट है उस भगवत की परिक्रमा बंद किया नहीं 8 का पाल ला करके 20 पैसा भाड़ा 8 उसी से लेकर कोई परिक्रमा किया और तब भी किसी से पैसा लिया ऐसा ही परिक्रमा एक दिन के लिए बंद किया परिक्रमा और ऐसा ही उन्होंने गौरी मठ से प्रथम परिक्रमा किया ट्रेन में होगी पर बाद में आप नहीं देंगे तो भाई उन्होंने
कहाँ गए थे? दक्षिण भारत ना उत्तर भारत?
उत्तर भारत भी दक्षिण भारत दो जाएगा। सात लोग को उन्होंने एक जमीन दे दिया शिवा संबंध को वहां, तब चैतन्य साक्षात बाउंड्री दे दिया। तो मैंने बोला महाराज आपका इतना विक्रम है और आपका प्रॉपर्टी दे दिया। बोल दिया कौन? हमने गुरु सेवा करके जीवन दे दिया और वो जमीन मैं कोशिश किया था। चैतन्य जब था मतलब विनोद बाबू बोलता तब भी मैं कोशिश किया वो बेचा नहीं। तो हमारा गुरुदेव का स्वामी का साथ बीच में एक रहेगा उसका, उसको मैंने खरीद दिया क्योंकि वो समझा कि चैतन्य का जो प्रभाव है इसको थोड़ा कम इनको दे दी तो इनका तत्पर में वही की पास। और उन्होंने क्या उत्तर दिया मुझको, हमने गुरु सेवा तो सारा जीवन किया और ये भी गुरु सेवा ही किया, इसको जो मैं भोग करने के लिए किया, संपत्ति के लिए मामला ये पर ये आदर्श रक्षा करने के लिए इनका ऐसा विचार था। और मुझको एक बात बोला कि मैं क्या बोला आदर्शों के लिए मामला बताओ, जमीन के लिए नहीं, इसके लिए मन में आया इधर जो विचार में उन्होंने जमींदार और प्रताप साहब आगे में वहां जब जगह में उसका नाम पहले कोई था ढाका महमूद से भागवत अभी पूरी तो उनका उन्होंने बोला बोलते थे कि हमने ऐसा दुष्टता है कि हमारा माँ वो बैरागी का उच्छिष्ट करा पहले यहाँ पता से रखा उस और वही है उसका बाद भारत का जब उन जेल में ले गया था तो आ गया तो महाप्रभु का चरित्र जो उनको ऐसा हो सकता है कुछ ऐसा उन्होंने अपना मुख से मुझे आ गया।
महाराज आप लोग
फर्स्ट जब अब बोलिए जब शुरू कीजिए जब आप असुविधा ही नहीं बता।
Srila Maharaj started mentioning that today is a very, very auspicious day. Today is Purnima as well as the disappearance day of my Shiksha Guru, Śrīla Bhakti Prajnana Kesava Gosvami Maharaja. The very first thing Srila Maharaj started mentioning is that Srila Prabhupada, he was not going out, he was just chanting, staying in Sri Chaitanya Math. At that time, he was having his bhajan putting only over there, and he was always engaged in chanting Harinam. Never ever thought to go out and preach. most of the time feeling separation from Srila Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, from Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and deeply absorbed in chanting Harinam. One day in his trance, he had vision of his Guru Maharaj, Srila Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, along with all his parikars. And they ordered Srila Prabhupada that you have to go out and preach the message which you have received from your Guru Vargas. At that time, they mentioned that there is no need to worry at all. We will be sending whatever is in need for preaching this message, whatever you are in need for, everything will be provided. And that's why Srila Maharaj mentioned, whoever came to Srila Prabhupada, including our Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Prajnana Kesava Gosvami Maharaja, all these disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they were those great personalities which were directly sent by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to assist Srila Prabhupada in this preaching. That's why they are not ordinary person. They helped Srila Prabhupada, assisting him in so many different services. Srila Maharaj mentioned one after another so many things. The very first thing he started mentioning is when once Srila Prabhupada, he arranged for Sri Navadvip Dham Parikrama. At that time, 5,000 pilgrims came over there, and Srila Prabhupada, he asked for 108 mridangas to go with Parikrama party. There were horses as well as band party, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was being kept on the horse, elephant. In this way, it was like a very big procession. But because of Srila Prabhupada's pure preaching, because he was preaching the pure doctrine of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that only Jati Gosais cannot be asking that they can only be gurus. In the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this caste system is not acceptable. They were showing the duties of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu while they are asking money from the pilgrims. And Srila Prabhupada opposed that also. He opposed all those people, those who are coming under the category of Sampradayas. So that's why so many Babajis, so many Jati Gosais of Navadvip, they were dead against of Srila Prabhupada. So the time when Parikrama party was there in Kodamatala, at that time they attacked on Parikrama party. And I think most of us will know this pastime, that what had happened. But today Srila Maharaj raised one very special point in it. That even though we know that how Param Gurudev, he took Srila Prabhupada into a secret place and then changed his dress with his Gurudev's dress. And somehow he sent Srila Prabhupada safely to Sri Mayapur on the risk of his own life. We know all these things. But Srila Maharaj mentioned today can say like if somebody comes to hit you, and even though you are like if somebody comes to hit you, automatically without any intention, your hands automatically comes in the front to save your head. Because some person is coming to hit you, then automatically hands comes and wants to stop it. So in the same way, Maharaj mentioned that these devotees like our Param Gurudev, they were not only the associates of Srila Prabhupada, they are not only partial, they are the bodily limbs of Srila Prabhupada. That's why as soon as this Parikrama party was attacked and they wanted to attack on Srila Prabhupada, his bodily limb, like his own hand, Param Gurudev, he came in between and took Srila Prabhupada in a hidden place, in a secret place, and somehow changed the dress and stand. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that there was another disciple of Srila Prabhupada, whose name was Sri Padmananda Prabhu.
He's a personal servant.
He was also personal sevak of Srila Prabhupada. He wear gamcha, even though he used to wear dhoti like we wear, brahmachari dhoti. But he changed his dhoti and wear gamcha like Navadvip Vasis and took a hookah, kind of cigar, and like pretending that, oh, I am a local person, local Navadvip Vasi, resident of Navadvip. I am not with Gaudiya Math people. He came out with that dress and complained to the police, and then police came. When they asked Srila Prabhupada that you are having doubt on somebody, at that time Srila Prabhupada said, I have no doubt on anybody. Accusation. So Srila Prabhupada said, no, not at all. So at that time, some devotees, they asked Srila Prabhupada that if you will not name few people, then next time it will be very difficult for us to perform Navadvip Dham Parikrama. But Srila Prabhupada mentioned that in reality, this attack, whatever they have done for us, they have in reality given us 1 lakh rupees. They have accomplished his worth rupees 1 lakh.
Each of our $1 million of preaching they done.
They done our preaching of billions of dollars without getting paid.
How then Srila Prabhupada mentioned that even though like we are trying to preach the pure message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Gaudiya Math, but so many people they don't know yet about Gaudiya Math. But because of this attack, what happened in each and every newspaper in India, does not matter Hindi, English, Bengali or many different papers, on the front page, this news has come that, oh, there are still Jagai and Madhais in Navadvip Dham. And Nityanand Prabhu also still residing there. He has not stopped giving mercy to more and more Jagai and Madhais. So in this way, when this news came, then Srila Prabhupada, he got so many phone calls and so many messages inquiring that what had happened. Oh, what is this Gaudiya Math? Why these Babajis are attacking them? What is the matter? So everybody was inquiring about it. In this way, Srila Prabhupada said they have done a great favor to us. They have preached what we wanted to. So in this way, Srila Maharaj mentioned that because he is such a great personality, what happened? That Tate Nukampa Susmik Shamano, that he has taken everything, whatever kind of like attack or anything comes for him personally, Srila Prabhupada accepted everything by considering that, oh, this is the result of my own previous karmas. But if somebody say about Guru Vargas, he was like a lawyer. He was cutting all the arguments, whatever was against the teachings of Rupa Goswami. And Susamikshamana, Srila Maharaj mentions again and again that like Srila Prabhupada saw auspiciousness in this particular act also. In the same way, this word Susamikshamana, who can see that actually? Srila Maharaj mentions that a person, is Susamiksha means like you are taking those things which you don't see with your eyes. What you do, you take the help of microscope. So in the same way, with the vision of Guru Vargas, that works as microscope. If you see with that, then and only then you are able to take it the way Srila Prabhupada has taken. Otherwise, one will definitely go against a person who is going to do some harm. So in this way, Srila Maharaj mentioned that how Srila Bhakti Prajnana Kesava Gosvami Maharaja, he was not only the associate of Srila Prabhupada, but he was the personal limb of Srila Prabhupada. That's why as soon as anything, not only this particular thing, anywhere, everywhere, if any harm anybody wanting to do through these kind of attacks or through their words, he was always there as the hand of Srila Prabhupada coming out and protecting. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned another thing, that there was
Garden.
There was a garden, mango garden in Sri Mayapur Dham. After the
Rautoda.
কোথায় আছে? In Navadvip, there is a place, Rautoda. Over there was a property of Gaudiya Math. And over there was a garden, mango garden. After Srila Prabhupada's disappearance, devotees of Chaitanya Math, they wanted to sell that place. But Srila Param Gurudev, what he did, he suited a court case against them. And afterward, what had happened that the party from Chaitanya Math, they came to the court and given in a written way that in reality we never ever thought to sell this property, and in the future also we will never sell. Then Srila Maharaj, he was mentioning that how I used to go to Srila Bhakti Prajnana Kesava Gosvami Maharaja for dictation, because Param Gurudev, he was being put into jail for something like happened, and they falsely put some allegations for Param Gurudev, and then he was in jail for some days.
So many disciples of Prabhupada.
So many disciples of Srila Prabhupada, including Srila Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj and others. So what happened? That afterward, even though he wanted to suit a court case, but he cannot do on his name. Why? Because he was once in the jail. That's why he used to file the court cases, but on the name of others. So that's why Srila Maharaj was mentioning that for this garden, he also suited a court case on the name of his god brother. Maharaj mentioned the name of his god brother was Ashram Maharaj
And Kapanath
Prabhu, two devotees. So in this way, when Srila Param Gurudev heard that, oh, actually they have given a written note, they are never planning to sell it in the future also, he was very happy. But Srila Maharaj asked him that, Maharaj was mentioning that even though earlier, when I used to take dictation, I used to become fearful from him, that was such a senior great person, and I am such a very young person. Then he was saying I used to be very reluctant to ask anything. But because I used to go for many days, then what happened? Slowly that fear has gone away. Intimacy developed, and that fear gone away from the heart. And that's why when I asked him that, Maharaj, you have done so much, we have done after dictation, Maharaj used to take that dictation to Srila Bhakti Prajnana Gosvami Maharaj for correction. And then that particular thing was being sent for typing and then given to the court. So Srila Maharaj said that, oh, we have done so much, but finally what happened? We defeated. So what is the use? He said, our Param Guru, they mentioned to Maharaj that, oh, you are very young, you don't understand this. Then Maharaj said that, oh no, I don't understand. First thing Srila Param Guru, they mentioned that even though we are defeated legally, but in reality they are defeated.
We are winners.
We are winners. They are the one who got defeated in reality. On the paper we are defeated, but in reality they are defeated. Then again Srila Maharaj mentioned that these things does not enter into my brain. I don't understand this, what you are speaking about. Then Param Guru said, oh, that means I have to tell you everything openly. I have to open more things for you. Then he mentioned, Param Guru mentioned, that in reality we have not come to the mud for any kind of property. That's why this court case was not for the property. We have come here for the adarsha, for the principles. So that's why our fight was only for principle. This is the land of Srila Prabhupada, and he wanted it to use for the service of Mahaprabhu. And how they want to sell, how near they can sell it, I will not allow them to sell. But now they themselves have given written note that they will never sell in the future. This is what I wanted. So that's why I am winner and they have defeated. They are loser. And then third thing Srila Maharaj mentioned, that even though Param Gurudev externally, physically, he was very lean and thin, seems like very weak, but in reality, because of his proper conduct and because of his dedication for Srila Prabhupada completely, he was ferocious like a lion. One time, today Srila Maharaj just mentioned this much, and after that he switched to a different point. But Srila Maharaj mentions about this point again and again, that when our Param Gurudev, he was manifesting sickness pastime, at that time Srila Maharaj, as a servant of his Guru Maharaj visited our Param Gurudev when he was manifesting sickness pastime along with Jagmohan Prabhu. Jagmohan Prabhu के साथ गए थे ना? Along with Jagmohan Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada disciple. So at that time, our Param Gurudev, as soon as he heard from Srila Gosvami Maharaja that, oh, you are manifesting your sickness pastime. If anything happens to you, then how we will continue with all these court cases? Then Srila Maharaj mentions that even though he was at that time manifesting very much sickness, but still, the way he spoke, Maharaj mentioned that those words still comes in my ears, and I can hear the vibration or resemblance or something like that. So, echo. So, Srila Maharaj mentioned what he said, whoever will stay, they will continue. If they will not continue, they are not having any right to stay in the mart. They will definitely go for court cases. They will continue what I am continuing. Does not matter whatever happens to me. This is what also Maharaj mentions. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that how he was doing everything for Srila Prabhupada in such a way that whatever was required for the service of Srila Prabhupada, only Srila Prabhupada indicated one time to him that, oh, this place in Godrumdvi, can't we get it? He just mentioned that in a very soft, light way. But Param Gurudev paid so much attention on these words of Srila Prabhupada that unless and until he acquired that land, he was not sitting peacefully. So he was having such kind of mood for the service of Srila Prabhupada. He acquired the place of Chandkaji and so many other places in Srila Mayapur for Srila Prabhupada's service. Srila Maharaj was mentioning that how, because he was from the family of a landlord, he used to spend so much money over there while he was in his family. When he came to Srila Prabhupada, he used to ride on horse and go from here to there. Most of the Muslims over there, they used to become fearful just by seeing him. And the time when he used to cross Ganga, there were so many boatmen. Just by seeing him, they used to call him, Vinod Babu, please come in our boat, please come in our boat. Why? Because Param Gurudev, while paying money for crossing the Ganga, he never counted how much money I am going to give them. Never asked. Just takes his hand to the pocket, whatever money comes, he just gives them without even counting. So that's why they used to call him. Srila Maharaj mentioned this much today. But sometime he used to mention. So Srila Maharaj mentions further sometime that one day somebody complained Srila Prabhupada.
Personal assistant.
Maharaj now. So one of his disciples, he complained about our Param Gurudev that we go from house to house, we collect one paisa from different people. And what is his nature? Vinod Pyari's nature. that he, instead of giving 1 paisa, 2 paisa, he just takes whatever comes in his hand and don't even see and pay to these boatmen? Is it proper? At that time, Srila Prabhupada, he asked that how much money you used to spend in your house? 1 paisa. And now, how much you spend? Maybe 10 paisa every day. And how much he used to spend in his house? Maybe 100 rupees. And now, how much he's spending? Maybe 5 rupees a day. So, who is really renounced person?
Then when complaint comes, and Prabhupada told, Vinod tomar to khechu na ki. This Vinod not paisa like you. So what you want will be proper.
So in this way, Srila Prabhupada, he really knew that what our Param Gurudev is doing. Srila Maharaj mentioned sometime that even though for those people, those who does not have proper concept, what they do, they just see that oh, he is spending money, taking out from his pocket and just giving, not counting. But Srila Prabhupada was well aware that why he is doing like that. He is making them their own friend, and the time will come when Muslims or any other person will become opposed. All these friends will help Gaudiya Math. That's why he is doing with this intention. So his intention cannot be understood by ordinary people. This is what Prabhupada himself spoke. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he used to say that there is no need to construct any temple, mud, monasteries, all these things. Why? Because afterward, there are always court cases. People fight for property, for land, for all these things. So that's why there is no need to have temples. But Srila Prabhupada, who was his intimate associate, who knew his heart in reality, who followed everything, whatever Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur taught, he himself started constructing mud. With which intention? Srila Maharaj mentions that there is a positive side and a negative side. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, when he is mentioning about these things, about mud and mandir, he has taken the negative side. That oh, what is the negative side of constructing mud and mandir? But Srila Prabhupada, he took the positive side of it. That it's not that Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur is saying there is no need to construct mud at all. But Srila Prabhupada took it that maybe 100,000 people may come, and out of them, maybe 98% of the people, they may get engaged in all these kind of activities. They may fight for property, they may fight for wealth. But if only 2%, 10 or 20 people, if I will find those who will be interested in the real mission, for what purpose we are opening this mart, then also I will consider my mission will be successful. So in this mission, all these devotees, like our Param Gurudev, they assisted him, understood his heart. They never ever complained that, oh, Bhakti Vinod Thakur used to say something different and why you are doing like that. They were having full, firm faith in the words of Srila Prabhupada, in his action, in his activities, that whatever he is doing according to the line of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur will be definitely pleased with it. And then Srila Maharaj mentions that in reality that thing also happened. That Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada. While Srila Prabhupada was staying in Śrīla Mayapur along with some of the brahmacharis, devotees, he wrote him that from Kolkata, that Bimla Prasad, I have heard that you are having so many Vaishnavas with you, you live with them. I also want to stay in the company of Vaishnavas. If possible, please take me from Kolkata to Mayapur. And Srila Prabhupada went over there and then brought Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur also in Srila Mayapur. So in this way, Srila Maharaj mentions that if Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur was against of Mat and Mandir, then why he himself asked Srila Prabhupada to come over there? So the activities of Srila Prabhupada was approved by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur also, and his intimate associates. They really understood his deep intentions. And after that, Srila Maharaj mentioned only in one line a big story that one time our Param Gurudev, he again suited upon court case against Bhagavaja Gaudiya people. Why? Because they started saying that, oh, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not Kirtaniya. One should not chant loudly. One should always chant this mantra in their heart like all other mantras, Gayatri mantras, because this is Mahamantra. They stopped chanting. And then some of them, they took Babaji Yeshiva. They gave up their sannyasa. And they stopped Navdi Dham Parikrama. For this reason, Srila Param Gurudev filed court case against them with all these logics that they are not really Srila Prabhupada disciples. They are having no right to stay in the mud of Srila Prabhupada. So, when this thing happened, just prior to the day of judgment, Bhagavajar people, whoever was Acharya at that time, he even from red to white he was getting dressed earlier. But then he changed his dress again from white to red, saffron dress. And then he gave sannyas. आप कितने लोगों का संन्यास बताते हैं उन्होंने दिया एक साथ? और दुल्लमी मत 8. So they gave sannyas to 8 people, and then they came to the court while coming as in a procession and chanting loudly this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then again Srila Param Gurudev was defeated in that court case also, because the judge said whatever you have written is wrong, because they are wearing saffron dress, they are sannyasis, they are chanting loudly. So how can you say something like this? Then Param Gurudev again Maharaj asked him. The same thing came. And like, oh, they are loser in reality. I am not loser. I wanted that they can follow the principles of Srila Prabhupada. They must stay in the line of Srila Prabhupada. And they have started that. That was my mission. And then they have started Parikrama also. So and in Godrum, they even gave name to their motto, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gaudiya Math. But so that everybody can accept that they are the disciple of Prabhupada actually. So in this way, Srila Maharaj mentioned that Param Gurudev asked Maharaj that what kind of people are they? Those people, those who go against the teaching of Srila Prabhupada. What we have to do with them? First he asked Srila Maharaj that if somebody comes and wants to punch you, then how many punches you can tolerate? Then Srila Maharaj mentioned not even a single. I will go against, like I will try to hit that person and protect myself. And then Param Gurudev said that if somebody binds your hands and feet and then starts punching you, then how many you can tolerate? Then Maharaj mentioned that as many as this person wants to give, I have to
Still last breath.
I have to tolerate. I cannot say anything. So then Param Gurudev mentioned these kind of people who will go against the teaching of Srila Prabhupada. We have to bind their hands, we have to bind their feet and punch them as much as possible. Unless and until they accept the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. This is my mission. That's also Srila Maharaj mentions. And another incident Srila Maharaj mentioned, that the time when Param Gurudev was a brahmachari as Vinod Bihari, at that time he wanted to buy a land which was very close to Shiva's Angan, which that land belonged to Muslim people. But at that time they didn't want it to sell. But afterward, when Param Gurudev started staying in Navadvip Dham, at that time he was able to get that place. Because the Muslim people thought that, oh, now this person is having fight with Chaitanya Math. That's why they are separated. So if we give him the land, then what will happen? they will be fighting more and more, and we will take advantage out of it. So for that purpose, they gave him this land. As soon as Chaitanya Math came to know that Srila Bhakti Prajnana Kesava Gosvami Maharaja has purchased this land, what they did, without consulting, without saying anything, they took his land also in their property. Chaitanya Math took that land into their property. And they broke the boundary wall, they made their own boundary wall, everything. And then Srila Maharaj asked Param Gurudev again, that Maharaj, you got that land in Mayapur. And we were thinking, it's such a good news, that okay, we also have our place, but now they have acquired this place. Then Param Gurudev said, no problem. I have served Srila Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj's mission, throughout my whole life. If they have taken this land, that's my great good fortune. It will be used for Prabhupada's service itself. And then he mentioned that when I was brahmachari, I wanted to buy, but I was not successful. Now I have got, not for my own sense enjoyment, not for myself. Again, this is for the service of Srila Prabhupada. And they have taken it, that's my great good fortune. In this way, again he mentioned that this land or anything, I was unable to tolerate. That why in all land belongs to us. Shiva Sangam, Yogapeeth, Chaitanya Math. Why such a small piece in between belongs to Muslims? Why they will be doing all those activities which we don't want at all? So for this purpose, I got this place, and I am very fortunate that they have taken this land and using for the service of Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Maharaj mentioned this was their conduct, this was their life. They were, Param Gurudev mentioned that we did not came to the mutt for this property or anything like that. We have come here for the principle and for the service of Prabhupada and Vaishnavas. And that's what we are doing. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that Param Gurudev, when he was living in Sriram Navadvip, there were only 2 rooms. In one room, Param Gurudev used to stay with his sevaks, and in the another room, there used to be deities. And even at that time, when he was having not so much possession, not so much money in his hand, but he never ever stopped Navadvip Dham Parikrama. He even took loan from people, but continued Navadvip Dham Parikrama with as many as pilgrims they are coming. He welcomed and never charged fees from anybody.
Free of cost.
Free of cost. He never charged anything. Even in such kind of situation, that kind of like higher consciousness they were having, that we have to continue the mission of Srila Prabhupada, not having any other desire. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned that he was the first person in Gaudiya Math history who started going parikrama for Uttar Bharat, Dakshin Bharat, North India, South India by booking train. They had booked the train, and there are deities in the train, booking department is there in the train, pilgrims are there in the train, and going from one place to another according to their own desire, stopping the train wherever they want and start. So he was the first person who introduced this kind of parikrama in the train, bogies, like in the history of Gaudiya Math.
और क्या बताया था?
Yes, and then Srila Maharaj started mentioning something about his childhood, that how he took birth. His mother, because Param Gurudev became renounced person in a very early life. So he used to tell one thing, that the time when I was there in the womb of my mother, at that time, what happened that one renounced person, sadhu, came to our house nearby, and he gave one batasa. Batasa ko kya bolenge? A sweet thing, very small sweet sugar thing. So he gave that to my mother, and my mother ate it. Just because of the result of that, I was never ever having any desire for any material thing. I always wanted to become a renounced person, and I came to Srila Prabhupada, became a renounced person because of that batasa. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned this pastime that how when he was very young, his mother, she kept him in the sun, and one bird came and took him into the sky and brought him back. So Srila Maharaj mentioned that is it possible that for ordinary person anything like this can happen? From the childhood itself, we can see that how extraordinary these personalities are.
तो उन्होंने और एक बात बोली कि हम लोग जब मुझ में आया एक कोटरी में नाक करके उन लोग जीता सब अभी तो ऐसा नहीं है तो हम लोग तो उन्होंने हो गया कम किया और जो डाक का भी जगह में कितना पड़ता रखा है डाकी को पहले तो गुरुदेव का वहाँ परिक्रमा हुआ था पेड़ का नीचे में है वहाँ झाड़ू से साफ करके वहाँ रहते थे कहाँ डाक का भी करता तो हम लोग उनका ही शिष्य है हम लोग उनके उन्हें अच्छा मिल गया गुरुदेव ने भेज दिया और क्या है
Now Srila Maharaj, he mentioned one another thing, that how Param Gurudev used to say that the time when we joined Srila Prabhupada, at that time, because many people used to stay with Srila Prabhupada, but Srila Prabhupada at that time never ever asked anybody to go out and beg alms. Whatever automatically used to come, they used to serve the devotees whoever is there. And at that time, Srila Maharaj mentions that each and every person, they used to get only one bowl of rice. If anybody desire more, they cannot get. Why? Because there is no so much rice. So then, Param Gurudev, when he started parikrama in the this tat means in kind of jute tent. So at that time, Param Gurudev mentioned to Maharaj that our Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, when he started parikrama, at that time pilgrim used to stay under the tree. There were not even these kind of tents. So we are his disciples, we are able to arrange tent. At that time there was only one bowl of rice. We can even give more rice to the devotees now. Srila Prabhupada is so merciful to us. He knows our condition. That's why he is sending so many things to us. Why we think that we have less? At that time there was nothing, but we have so much by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Even in those circumstances, he used to see that we are not lacking, we are having so much.
महाराज बोलছেন अनेक समय लेगे যাবে ওতে অসুবিধা হবে ছেড়ে দিতে হবে কথার মধ্যেই চলে
सब से जाम को
हमारे तो थोड़ा हम लोग जाएंगे